Hi YouTubers, welcome to Amazing Gadgets. Today I will be reviewing the Canon EF-S 18 to 55mm f 3.5 to 5.6 lens. Now before I start the review, I do have a warning for you, as I no longer use this lens because I've gotten one of these L models. This is a wide angle 16 to 35mm L lens, you know, the red ring top quality lenses from Canon. So I no longer use this one, and obviously an expensive lens like this is a lot better than this one, so this review might be slightly biased, so just remember that. Okay, first let's go over some specifications for this. The price of this lens, I'm not too sure what it is, but I think it's around the $100 mark. Not too sure. The price is going everywhere. So this is a very lightweight lens. It's made out of plastic and glass. Plastic being the body and the glass being the lens itself inside. This is a very cheap lens. As I said, around $100. Lightweight, weighs 6.7 ounces or 190 grams. Okay, the filter size is 58 millimeters. Yeah, 58 millimeter. And the minimum focus distance is 0.25 meters or 0.8 feet or foot. Alright, now let's talk about some flaws to this system. Well, unlike the L models, as you can see on my L model lens, there is a distance window here on my L models. Now, like on every cheap lens by Canon, there is no distance window on this. There is some barrel distortions, but it clears up around 35 millimeter. There are some light fall off at wide apertures. One bad part about this is the micromotor focus, which is on all of Canon's cheap lenses. Obviously, it makes a lot of noise. Unlike my L model, which uses USM, which barely makes any noise compared to this. This makes a lot of noise. And it's not as sharp as my L model, so that's another thing, but yeah, it's pretty cheap, so it's expected. There's some chromatic aberrations at the edges, not everything that's not in the center. And also the front part moves on this. Well, it's not a... Well, I know I said this part's about flaws, but it's not a flaw. But it's not really a flaw. It's just how this lens is designed. The front part moves like this when you're zooming. And there is both autofocus and manual focus. It's not full-time manual, so you gotta switch it here. Manual focus, you just twist the front to focus. Autofocus, try your best not to move it. I sometimes do. It shouldn't damage the lens too much, but you should know it does affect it a little bit, so it's not full-time manual. So should you buy this or not? Well, if you're a beginner photographer, I guess this would be great, and you might not even need to buy this, because this lens do come with most of Canon's DSLRs. It's like a pre-packaged thing with most DSLR packages. So yeah, if you're a professional or like you want to get more experience with it into photography, like you're not a beginner, then I recommend that you probably should go on to one of these L models, or at least the USM model, because this lens is a bit cheap and the quality does suck a little bit. But it doesn't suck too much. I mean, I've dropped this on the ground before, it didn't break or anything. So I guess that's good. Please remember this is an EF-S mount lens, as you can see the white square here. It's not compatible with all of Canon's DSLRs. Make sure your camera is compatible with the EF-S mount before you buy this lens. To know if your camera supports it, just take off your lens and see if there's a white square on the lens mount ring. If there isn't, then your camera is probably not compatible with the EF-S mount. Alright, so now let's talk about the accessories that you can get with it. If you plan on getting this lens for landscape shots, I would recommend one of these polarizers. This is a B+W polarizer. It's good because you could darken skies and get rid of glares from water. This lens can also be used for macro, and during macro you obviously shouldn't use one of these. It's not perfect macro, but the aperture does go down pretty far to let's see, where is it? 3.5, so I guess for macro that's alright because the aperture does open wide enough. And here I have a lens hood for this. This isn't the Canon one, this is EW60C. I got it from a third party, I think, which goes on. It's fairly tiny, so not much use for it, but yeah. So the product link will be in the video description below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And before I end this video, I would like to show you some test shots done with this lens.